if you're ready for the next leg of the Highway 1 trip heading towards Christchurch, then welcome to another Just Flying episode. Yeah, if you watched the last episode, by the way, feeling much better now, but my throat is still getting over the illness, so my voice might sound a little weird, but hopefully not much coughing this time. Always get the feeling that we're going to take the wingtips off taxiing down this bit at Ashburton. Yeah, there is more room than there looks. Even in the middle of the taxiway. Yeah, we're not going to crash into the hangars, or not in a plane of this size anyway, but yeah, they do look kind of close. Right then, we've got winds showing 297 knots. Unfortunately, Ashburton has a runway that's almost pointing into wind, so we'll go and use that one, and quite nice also as we don't have to taxi very far either. So yeah, let's go flying. Yeah, Highway 1 should be just up ahead of us here. We will follow that for a little while, but we're not going all the way to Christchurch this time. We're liking shorter flights. I have made an executive decision here. That little block of airfields around the Christchurch area, I thought we can go to the closest of them this time and then move on from there in the next video. So today it's XNZ L7 Worthy Lodge. Yeah, for the next video we can do a slower aircraft maybe, possibly buzz the Christchurch Tower, or even a touch and go there, and then we can go to the other side of the city and land at Rangiora perhaps. Yeah, we'll see, but that's the kind of semi-plan. Yeah, so our destination, Worthy Lodge, it's an explained default airfield, meaning it won't show up anyway, but Vincent had a trip out there some time ago, this is back in our Explain 11 days, and discovered it's actually two airstrips in neighbouring fields, owned by two separate people. Both of which were kind enough to let him take some photos. I then made some of the buildings in SketchUp, and it's now a custom airfield. Not a huge amount of stuff there, but it's nice enough, and always nice to have another one that does look something like what it's supposed to. Not the easiest of places to land either, so that all adds to the fun. But enough with fun, because instead of that, I thought we could do something educational today, so I looked ahead on the map to see where we'd be flying. Now, the little town we're heading for next, that's called Chertsey, which is home to about 1,500 fairly bored people, as there doesn't appear to be much to do. But looking on Google Maps, where things can be tagged and have their name on the Google map, we seem to have Tara Wright Gallagher. Now, if you click on Tara Wright Gallagher, it doesn't say anything about who Tara is, what she does, why she should even be tagged on a map. But if you zoom in, Tara appears to be a field. Don't know, maybe there's so little to do that the locals have taken to naming their fields, perhaps. Anyway, next is Overdale, which is so small and insignificant that there's no information about it at all. And then up by the river we have Rakaya. I think it might be pronounced something like that. Yeah, now this place has a large fiberglass thing called the Big Salmon of Rakaya, which it's not one of the, well, I mean, for artistic bit, just look at it. Who thought that was a good idea? Let's have a massive plastic-looking fish that totally doesn't fit into the landscape of the surrounding area at all. Although I suppose maybe it does draw tourists and passers-by who then might use some of the shops and cafes, as you probably would need a small break after seeing the salmon to get your mind back into working order after seeing such a god-awful piece of crap in the middle of what is otherwise quite a nice little town by the look of it, apart from the huge cartoon-like fish. Actually, just thought of this, what it reminds me of. Do you remember a few years ago in Spain, a church had a painting that was showing its age, and some local woman told them that she could restore it for them, and we ended up with this monstrosity. Now, naturally, both the woman and the restoration turned into a global laughingstock at the time, but then people started showing up wanting to see just how bad it was, and slowly it's turned into a proper tourist attraction where you now have to pay to get into the church to see it. There's a souvenir shop where you can buy mugs and things with the image on it. Yeah, so these days something which is utter shite to look at has now become quite a popular thing to see. Bit like the Big Salmon. Although the name Big Salmon of Rakaya, okay, it's functional, but it's not very inspiring, is it? Yeah, maybe they need to drive south to Chertsey and get one of the people who name fields to come up there and see if they can give it a better title. Just a thought. Right, next little town is Dunsandel, where the Dunsandel Tavern has a Google rating of 4.3 out of 5, which is actually 0.3 less votes than the rating to a place very close to there, Tyrone Southwood Taxidermy. And never having had the urge to taxidermy anything, I have always wondered what the process is there. Do people just show up at his door with a dead cat in a plastic bag and go, can you stuff this for me please, Tyrone? And if you can also repair the head a little bit so it doesn't look like I ran over it in the car as I was still somewhat distracted and my mind a little fuzzy after seeing a massive plastic fish half an hour earlier. Yeah, it just seems a weird profession, but hey, each to their own. Yeah, then far side of this little river here, that's a place called Norwood, which is where you can find the Selwyn Gasfitters, who have a Google rating of 3.7. Badly done gas installations, that they can get a little bit noisy when they explode. So I'm thinking, if you have a rating that has fallen to 3 point something, I might look elsewhere myself. If Tyrone makes a mistake and part of your stuffed cat's ear is missing, that's one thing. if a gas fitter makes a mistake and half of my house disappears, I might be just a little bit more annoyed about that one. I don't know, maybe that's just me. Next on our left is Burnham, where you can find the Burnham Fish and Chip Shop. Don't know if they sell salmon or if we're far enough away now where things have returned to normal. And then just beyond there we have the much bigger town of Rolleston, where you can find the premises of JC Holistic Therapy. Yeah, a brief look at their website seems to show that it's actually just two women who give you a massage. Probably not at the same time, although I suppose if you paid them enough. But they have things on their website like a 45-minute back massage where the description says, and I quote, "This massage is ideal for a client that feels a 30-minute back massage might be just too short, and a 60-minute back massage might be just too long." Genius. A 45-minute one under those circumstances. No shit, Sherlock. Please give us more of your profound and deep wisdom. As surely none of us had realised before that 45 minutes it is somewhere between 30 and 60. I'm so glad you told me that. Then the last big town today is Lincoln, where one of the tags on Google Maps is for the laboratory, where the description says eclectic house brewed beers plus pizza and creative bar fare served in an airy, rustic, chic setting. Just let me read that again. Eclectic house brewed beers plus pizza and creative bar fare served in an airy, rustic, chic setting. Now that's what they say, but what I'm hearing is a pub, but a really pretentious pub, where shit's probably overpriced, the barman is wearing trousers that are at least one size too small for him, and over in the corner is a group of students drinking something dark brown with an avocado floating in it, whilst discussing how time is an illusion. And 45 minutes doesn't necessarily have to go between 30 and 60 if you don't wish it to. I'll probably not be going there. Anyway, here's the airfield. One on the left, the guy flies his helicopter out of there, but does keep a sort of serviceable runway just in case. Then the other one, planes do actually use that one. I'm guessing it's a private strip for the owner and maybe some friends, and they would probably not be totally pleased if some weird bloke in a Baron suddenly showed up and landed on his property, but maybe he would. I don't know. At least in X-Plane we don't have to worry about any annoyed landowners running after you with a shotgun or a large plastic salmon. Let's go for it, shall we? Just turn round and come back. We're going to go for the one on the right, by the way. There's a little more going on in that field and that airstrip, so it's a slightly better one. By the way, comment chat with Andy about mapping joystick buttons led me to thinking about something. For other games and stuff, I've got an Xbox controller plugged in, And it seems you can actually map various X-Plane functions to that too. So, with my Xbox controller now, I've now got some extra buttons, which is quite nice. Right, gonna be honest, totally lost the airfield. Don't know where we're going. Oh, that's... Yeah, got it. That's the... Okay, I'm gonna have to do a bit of a zigzag to get in here now. Should be okay. Too much. Right, this is not one of my best ever, is it? Hey, crap. And Jesus Christ. We're down. Sort of. Yeah, this is the latest version of X-Plane where replays stop and buffer as they always did, but apparently they fixed the weird things and crashes that could happen after the replay. That's great, but where the replay buffers as it loads, it also now seems to stutter and everything when you play it again, which it never used to before. Which makes it all look pretty terrible and almost unwatchable, really. Don't know if that's just me and my system. It'd be interesting to know if the same kind of thing with buffering does happen to other people too. But, latest X-Plane version. Loving the new boats and ship traffic. You've screwed up the replays. Yeah, it's not one of Lamina's finest moments there, I don't think. But never mind. We arrived, and I probably didn't want to see a replay of that landing anyway. So, okay then. I'll see you again next time. Okay, bye.